Chase Sexton. The cowboy. Run high. Oh, and he goes into the back of Webb. He didn't need to do it.
Hey, what's going on, everybody, and welcome to round 16. It's crazy to say 16, knowing we only have 2 of these left. But this is the RN Fantasy SXperts show. I'm Chase.
And I'm Charles. It's coming to a close. I can't believe it.
We're already in Denver.
Yeah,
It's like we just started yesterday. But you know what's, just like Cooper Webb, gaining a little bit of that cushion for these last 2 rounds. I just stacking on a few more points this weekend. I'm up by like 92 points over you, Charles. I'm feeling good. I feel even less stressed out than Cooper Webb right now. I'm not racing for millions of dollars, but it feels good to know that those peanuts are going to be sitting right here after Salt Lake for you to have 1 or 2.
We're going to the Mile High Stadium, and I've got high hopes.
You're about to get high on hot peanuts. You got high hopes.
I've got high hopes.
Okay. I mean, look, let's be honest here. Chase Sexton. Well, real quick, hold on, folks. If you are new to RN Fantasy SXperts, welcome. Get subscribed to our show. We come here every week. But the reason that you want to be playing RN Fantasy SX is because of prizes. It's free to play. You go to rnfantasysx.com. You make your top 5 picks after you create your account. You pick a wild card, Charles. And after that, we give away 10 weekly prizes. We give away grand prizes, which we'll talk about, and we do fantasy cash. So when you score points playing fantasy, it translates to cash you can spend directly on Rocky Mountain's website.
Everyone wins.
You can't lose. And what's crazy is, let's talk about prizes real quick. So our grand prizes, we have 10 of them at the end of the year. And the top 3 are 3 dirt bikes. You have a 450 SXF race prep from KTM. You got a KTM 300 SX race prep. And then you have a KTM SX E5 e-bike. And here's the crazy part. With how tight the points battle is between Webb and Sexton, it's opened up now. Mm-hmm. We have 5 points separating our top 4 in fantasy. That's pretty insane.
Could be anybody's bikes.
I don't know if it's ever been that close before. But if you're Colthorpe or Colthorpe, you're stressing. If you're Jam 08, you're stressing. If you're I don't know, man.
I will say,
what?
Jam 08, Goat 745. Well, yeah, you see those constantly up there. So
here's the only hard part is now with Webb getting a little bit more of a points cushion. He's up 12, 2 races to go. So let's do some math here. If Sexton wins both races, what position does Webb have to get in order to just still... He can't tie.
I think as long as he's 3rd in each one.
3rd or better.
3rd or better.
He's fine. Mm-hmm. Okay.
As of now. Yeah, if Sexton wins both, Webb only has to do 3rd or better.
Okay. So now it's going to be tough because... you don't know exactly what Webb is going to do. I think the safe bet is going to be to pick Sexton to win, because knowing that Webb doesn't have to beat him, Webb's doesn't have to do anything crazy. But here's the deal though, Webb might take a 3rd. No, he's not going to take a 3rd. And if you're Justin Cooper, you're going to let Webb by, right? Worst case scenario.
Yeah.
So that does make it a little bit tough, not knowing if Cooper Webb's going to just race for a win, if he rips a whole shot and Sexton's right there, or if he's going to lay back a little bit and say, hey, Sexton, take it, man. I don't have to beat you. But do you want to put that pressure? I think Webb, because he's such a boss, I think he comes out in Denver and still tries to win.
I think so too.
And then he goes into Salt Lake just on cruise control. It's like, I'm good.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I'm on the same page right there.
But don't forget what?
Let's talk about weekly prizes.
Okay.
What we got up for grabs this week.
What do we have?
So we've got an MSR riding gear set for first. We've got a fly helmet, 2nd place. And then we've got the Work Connection Spending Spree 3rd. Then 4th on, you've got Bridgestone tire set, Fastway, One Industries, Fox, Torque One, Scott, and Acerbis. So
yeah. What's crazy is this week we had 27 perfect scores. That's the most we've ever had since round 12 of 2023. 27 perfect scores. You know
That's
who
crazy.
These people should be thanking, and myself. I got 2 picks right. I scored, I think, 55 points. What'd you get? Let's not talk about it. Either way, what I know is that Malcolm Stewart, last lap with 3 corners to go, punt in that split lane, punts Kenny over the split lane into the outside lane, takes away 4th place. That gave me 4th and 5th correct. And
Hold on.
Gave what?
You also said you'd be an idiot not to put Kenny in 3rd. There's that.
Did I?
Yeah. So it's win-lose.
We'll rewind that back and see.
Right about Mookie.
Could be making things up.
And I was saying fourth or better for Jay Coop.
And how many points did you score this weekend, Charles?
Hey, he got third.
And
you said I was dumb for doing that.
I did not say you were dumb.
Yeah.
We're going to go into the archives. I did not call you
right.
dumb. Maybe I called
not
you.
in so many words.
Oh, there the truth comes out. Putting words in my mouth. What a gosh. All I know is Mookie's pass on Roxon gave 27 people perfect scores. That's all I'm saying.
True.
Okay.
That's true.
All right, that being said, let's move on here. We did the weekly prizes. We talked about KTM leaderboards. Yeah, from last week's weekly prize winners, congratulations to Gares, who got the Recluse clutch, to TA123, who got the 7MX gear, and then Sand Devil got the Pirelli and Scorpion tire set. What's crazy is these people got a prize because they had the earlier timestamp.
Yeah.
So,
Got to give them
now you know why you got to do it. All right, Fox Racing race recap. Here are your results up here on the table. Be honest with me, when Sexton was in second, did you think he was going to catch and pass Webb?
I thought he was.
I really didn't. When Webb was, well, let's talk about it. Webb, Sexton, Justin Cooper, Plessinger, Stewart, Justin Hill, wildcard. Okay, why in the heck? In the press conference, Chase Sexton said the whoops were sketchy and it was just taking too much energy.
Yeah.
So he started jumping. I kind of feel like Webb was just in his head rent-free for that main event. Here's why.
Must have been. Okay, let's hear it.
I was talking to Justin Brayton this morning. Had a cool conversation. And we both couldn't wrap our heads around why Sexton chose to start jumping in the first place. I'm not Chase Sexton. I'm not going to pretend to look at those whoops on TV and think, dude, Sexton, like, those aren't that bad. Go through them. However, I never once saw him get sketchy in the whoops. He was going right over the top. It looked good. And he was gaining time on Webb. And I asked Justin Brayton, I said, is it possible that Sexton didn't realize he was making up time in the whoops? I said, through a whoop section, could a rider like Sexton see 0.2? Does that make sense? Like if he's gaining 0.2 of a second through the whoops, can Chase Sexton see that? And Brayton said, absolutely. He said, 0.2 is almost a bike length. He said, you know when you've gained a full bike length on a guy, like no problem. Mm-hmm. So that brings me to this. If Chase Sexton knew he was gaining on Webb in the whoops early, why start jumping him? This guy's one of the most fit dudes out there, so I can't imagine like the whoop sections would be the make or break of him getting tired or not. Go ahead.
Well, on top of that, it's like when he started jumping, that's when it bit him.
That's when it all went south. So it's why did he start jumping? My theory is Webb was out front. Chase was kind of reeling him in, sees Webb jumping them, and I kind of feel like it was almost like monkey see, monkey do, where he's like, I think, well, if Webb's jumping these, then maybe I need to jump them too. Because he didn't jump through them one time good. You could see Webb, exactly what Webb was doing each lap. Chase couldn't do it. And you would think, okay, Chase, you've tried this 2 or 3 laps in a row. One time he jumps off the track, almost crashes.
Yep.
You're racing for $1.5–2 million. Why wouldn't you go back to blitzing and just send it? You know what I mean? Clearly the jumping part's not working. Webb is pulling from you. Why wouldn't you go back? At least try. Dean Wilson, Dylan Ferrandis were blitzing all night.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think mentally, Chase just saw Cooper jumping him, was like, okay. And maybe because Justin Cooper blasted by him in the heat race, remember that? Dropped Sexton. Justin Cooper was jumping the whoops. Maybe that's why. I don't know. It's just me and Justin Brayton could not wrap our head around why you would stop blitzing. And honestly, ultimately, I hate to say it, but this championship, I think, was just lost over Chase Sexton's decision to jump the whoops.
Yep. Yeah.
He was so bad in them. It was so bad. It was bad.
Brutal.
Okay.
Yeah, and there was, 4 or 5 times it seemed like Sexton was right on Webb's tail, and then he would make some type of little mistake, whatever,
and then after the
reel
split
in
lane,
and go back.
when they were going split lane, then back across the start straight, and then they're making that sweeping left.
Yeah.
Sexton kept going like far outside to try and like square it up, where Webb was just hugging the inside, and Webb was clearly pulling him through that rhythm lane. And I asked Brayton the same question: why would Sexton continue to do that? And he kind of alluded to Sexton just gets caught in sticking to one line and not adapting like he should. Whereas Cooper Webb can adapt really well. Cooper Webb was doing one rhythm through the whoops and then started doing a different rhythm through the whoops. Chase Sexton just could not figure it out. And then, I don't know, it's just odd. That's my rant, man. Sorry, that's my
There we
rant.
have it.
I wanted Sexton to win so this battle would be tight, and I see things like that, and I just trying to get in ahead of a racer. I don't know. What do you guys think? Give me your take. Sorry, that was a long-winded one, but
250 highlights.
too little, too late. 250
Yep.
highlights. What do we got here?
Yeah, I mean, Seth Hammaker almost died. I don't know how he saved his bike.
Dude, he almost died there, and then Hardy Munoz almost jumped on him.
Yeah.
He almost died twice in the main event.
Yeah.
So
Used
he's-
up a couple of his 9 lives right there.
What a time to be alive, though. We're
Yeah.
going into 250s, Salt Lake City, East Coast. What, 3 points?
3 points.
Separate your top 5.
Top three
Or
guys.
sorry, top 3.
Yeah.
Which means RJ, yeah, it's kind of crazy. So Seth, in that race, Hammaker only has to beat Vial. Okay, so if Hammaker wins, RJ's out, right? But for RJ, it's win or lose. But Vial just has to beat both. So like I'm messing this up. Okay. Seth just needs to beat Hammaker to an extent, right? And then, dude, I don't
Seth
know.
needs to beat himself.
Seth needs to beat himself, all this stuff. All I'm saying is RJ basically needs to win the race.
Right.
They all kind of need to win the race. I don't know. Who
Hammaker's down 1 and RJ's down 3, right?
Yep.
So, and Vial got his first win, so he's the 6th
So
winner.
which is crazy. I think 7th.
Aye.
If RJ wins, Seth can get 2nd, still wins the title. If Vial wins, it's just winner take all, man.
Winner take
The
all.
math is
I
not
like it.
math in my head right now. I should have thought about this before, but that's where we're at. Max Volan, really good. Congratulations to him for getting that first career podium. And he does it with after coming back from that really bad injury. It's pretty wild.
Yeah.
And then Tom Vial, man, look, he had to win. He was like kind of Cooper Webb, just needed to win this race, and he did it. And now he finds himself back in the red plate.
Points lead, yeah.
Kind of crazy, man. All right, well, let's get into it here. That's your race recap. Track trends. What do we got? Charles, Denver.
Denver, yeah. So Mile High Stadium, we're dealing with the altitude. As far as the track goes, I mean, nothing really looked too crazy to me. Long start, nice little sweeper.
Can we get some sand back? When was the last time we had sand?
It's been a minute, but Salt Lake, they're going to have a nice sand corner.
Salt Lake, yeah, Salt Lake's got a little bit. Looking at another long start straight.
Yep.
Yeah, it looks good. I'm not seeing anything too crazy. This track, though, it gets very dried out, and it's going to be nice weather. It's going to be in like the mid-70s in Denver, sunny, so it's going to be a hard pack. And that's another reason that Webb was so clutch to get this win this weekend, is because he knows that these next 2 rounds cater to Chase Sexton.
Yeah.
I think with that KTM, a lot of people have been talking about that, so how it was even more important to get it. But yeah, Webb's in a good spot. He's 12 points
clutch.
up. Then, Justin Cooper is now arguably, it's kind of hard if you're AP, you're just at like rock between a hard place.
Yeah.
Because your teammates in the championship battle, you're really good friends with Cooper Webb. You just don't want to get in the middle of it. But what do?
Ride your race, I guess.
Ride your race. But yeah, it's going to be interesting. All right. With that being said, it is time for the Bridgestone Top Contenders.
All right, so Cooper Webb, we've already talked a lot about him. I feel like he's got a huge advantage going into this next race. And I mean, 12 podiums out of 15 races. So the question is, does he go all out, try to get that next win, or does he play it a little conservative and do you put him in that 2nd or 3rd spot?
I'm still going to go probably 2nd this weekend. I just think Chase, it's do or die. He has to win.
Yep.
And so, and Webb's not in that position. So I think Webb's totally cool with taking the 2nd place.
And like you said, this track is probably going to cater more to Chase Sexton than
I assume
Cooper
so.
Webb.
So I'm going to go Sexton this week first. I'm going to go Webb second for those reasons. And Sexton's won in Denver before. Webb, his best there is a second. So they're pretty close. But yeah, I don't know. It's going to be interesting. Sexton's East Coast West average finish is less than one position. So he's been good on both coasts.
Yeah.
All right. Ken Roxon. Kind of let me down. Kind of not. I got him right. I got him for fifth.
But he ended up 6th.
No, sorry. I had Plessinger and Malcolm Stewart correct.
Okay, yeah.
That's who I had correct. Yeah, Malcolm booted Kenny off, which gave me those two.
Yeah, last lap.
Which was, I don't know. After the heat race, I was like, man, Kenny's like looking good for a podium tonight.
Yeah.
Looked really good in the heat. And then just kind of dropped back a little bit. But he is quietly sitting in third place right now in the championship. It's pretty good. He's 2 races in a row. He's outside the top 5. So I don't know if this is like his body or if that was just a bad race for him. I don't really know.
Everybody was saying it was a gnarly track, so I wonder if it is those injuries, like just kind of lingering a little bit.
I'm not sure. I think when the whoops get really jacked up like that, that's probably really hard on Kenny's shoulder and stuff. But I don't know. AP, Cooper, and Stu all kind of passed him later in the race. So I still think he's a solid top 5 because Justin Cooper, our next rider, crazy to think, though, that was just his second podium on the year.
Yeah.
That
was
is
a
so
great
bizarre
ride
to me.
for him.
He's been so consistent and good. Mm-hmm. He had his second heat race win.
Well, in that heat race, my mind was just exploding because I expected Chase to just come on up and then,
that was bizarre.
Jay Coop with the slingshot, little shake and bake.
Here's the only thing. For sure, Cooper is going on my podium this weekend because he won his heat. And the way he won his heat, he came past Sexton, past AP, won that convincingly. And then in the main, he had to pass some dudes to get there, right? So Cooper has now, the way he did it, I think he's like, okay, like, I'm better than these guys. Yeah. I just think confidence-wise, Cooper is now knows, like, oh, he's not hoping, he expects.
Yeah.
So I think Cooper's honestly a really good pick for third place this weekend and keeps the momentum going. He got 6th in Denver last year. Not bad. But, I don't know.
Well, yeah, and then if you're comparing him to AP, so he's a better starter. Average start per gate drop, 6.95. And then AP's is 8.24, so.
Yeah, Malcolm Stewart. His last 3 finishes, 5, 6, 4. Only 1 start better than 5th in the last 5 races. Started 10th this week, 16th the week before. His record in Denver is 7-2. He's like Justin Cooper, where you're like...
Hard to figure out.
Hard to figure out what's going on with this guy. Tampa is just like such a distant memory. Mm-hmm. Either way, I don't know, but...
Well,
right.
Yeah, either way, I mean, he's in that top 5 range with the 5, 6, 4.
I'd still put Kenny, Plessinger, and Cooper all ahead of him, right? So,
yeah.
I mean, look at AP. He still only has 1 finish outside the top 5 since round 7. So he's going on 8 races that he's been in the top 5. And his last 5 starts are 3, 5, 18, 1, 5. So he's starting up there consistently.
Yep.
Kind of interesting. I was looking at the stats from years past. He's never raced Denver.
Kind of crazy.
I mean, he's only been there a couple times, but I didn't realize that AP had been hurt for those.
Yeah.
Last year he got hurt later in the year and didn't race the other one.
Yeah, pretty wild. So we'll see what happens.
What are you doing this week? What are your thoughts right now? Are you doing Sexton to win?
I think I'm doing Sexton to win.
Okay.
Because there's still a little small, tiny hope that he could win pending that, Webb screws it. Webb doesn't really screw up, but it could happen.
We're a tip over away from Chase winning and Webb getting 5th.
Yeah.
Could go the other way. You just don't know.
So he's got to be there to capitalize, and
look,
I'm going to bet on that.
2 years ago, in 2023, Cooper Webb got his head ran over by AC, and then the next week, Eli Tomac ruptured his Achilles tendon, and then Chase Sexton won the title.
Yeah.
Anything can happen. I like Cooper Webb's odds. That's all I'm saying.
True. But, do you put Cooper Webb in first?
Second.
Second. Okay.
Just because I think Jay Coop right now, him and AP are kind of battling out that 3rd place spot, but Jay Coop's not going to get in the way of this thing.
Yep.
So that's kind of how I'm looking at it. That being said, let's get into it. 10th place, it's our wild card watch from Works Connection.
All right, for 10th place, I'm going to start out with my favorite pick. So that's Justin Hill. There's a couple reasons for this. I know he started the season off strong, but he's finished within one spot of 10th place 7 times this season.
So 9th to 11th, 10 times, or 7 times.
Yep.
Or maybe he's been in 10th. Okay, sweet.
Yeah. He's finished 10th 3 out of the last 4 races he's been in. And season average of 9.86. So all those things, I think he's going to be a great pick.
All right, Oldenburg finished within one spot of 10th 3 out of the last 5 races. So he's also right there. His average is a little higher than that this year. It's right about 14. McElrath, Chuck, we put on here is another really good option. His last 3 finishes, look at those.
Yeah, 9.812.
That's
could
good.
Be better. Could be. Yeah, he's right around in there.
All right. His season average finish is 11.2. Salvaci, his teammate, 8.11.5, but his season average is 11.8. And then honorable mentions, Dean Wilson, who, shout out, since coming back, has gone 10, 9, 17.
Yeah.
So he's actually looking really good too. But Hill's looking pretty good for the wild card, if I'm being honest here.
I dig it.
Okay, that's who you're picking?
That's who I'm picking.
I'm going to pick him too, you know why? Just so you can't gain points on me, just in case. Play mental games with you. I'm going to tell you I'm going to pick him, and then just so you have to change it.
Man, maybe I should change it.
Go for it. I'll take Hill all day for the wild card.
Hey, you know what that means?
What?
It's time for the Acerbis Lock Em In. All right, so my top 5. I've got Chase Sexton. I've got Cooper Webb. AP coming in at 3rd. Nice little rebound this weekend, I'm hoping. Ken Roxon, I moved him down a spot from where I normally do just because it seems like he's been struggling a little bit.
Pretty disrespectful, but okay.
Yeah, it hurts. But yeah, other than that, Justin Cooper, I know he killed it last weekend. I've got him in my top 5, but P5, and then Hill for the wild card.
All right, well, I am here to win fantasy, so I'm going to make the same picks. Just not let Charles gain any points. I'm in your head, dog. Rent-free.
Bro.
Just kidding. But I'm going to go Justin Cooper 3rd. I'm going to go AP 4th. Ken Roxon 5th. And I am going to do Justin Hill as my wild card, though. Those are the picks. Lock them in, folks.
Yeah. Put your picks down in the comments below.
Probably have some more perfect scores this weekend.
Yeah.
It's going to be good. Hey, got to give a shout out to Tristan, who won the MSR Access gear set that we gave away for the meme contest.
Yeah.
We had some good memes this week, but we want to see some more. So after next week's show, so we have this whole week, next Monday, we'll select a winner for the next meme contest and give away some other cool MSR gear. So submit memes. Do it on the Discord. Link to those is down below. Charles. Oh, also, we are going to have old Nate Thrasher calling in.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he's going to be calling a little bit later this week, so be on the lookout for that interview with him. Is there anything else, Charles, we need to talk about?
No.
Other than my points gap. 92
92
points. How does that feel right now?
You know what?
It's just sweet revenge after what you did to me last year.
Somehow, some way, I got to get a perfect score. That's my own. I got to win out.
Yeah, you are in a position. You have to win. So you better get on that.
Where's my crystal ball when I need it?
I don't know. But either way, thank you so much for watching this episode. If you want to join us, make sure to get subscribed to the RM Fantasy YouTube channel. We'll be right back here next week to discuss the last round of the 2025 RM Fantasy season. But, hey, we got some good news for you. Outdoors is coming up.
It is.
We have outdoor fantasy. So if you like playing fantasy for Supercross, we're going to have it for outdoors. Love you guys. We'll see you next week.
See ya.